going to discuss the story Go Wild again. So in this story, it's a nonfiction story. And remember, nonfictions are going to tell us about real things. Many nonfiction stories have photographs, and Go Wild is an example of that. Photographs will also sometimes have text near them, which we call captions, and those captions will give us extra information. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at page 60 from our story. Please listen. Animals need food to live and grow, but all animals don't eat the same things. Some big animals, such as hippos, eat plants. A hippo can eat more than 130 pounds of grass. That's a lot of grass. So now I've learned from this photo and from the text here that hippos like grass a lot. I can notice in the photograph how the hippo is pretty big. We might even describe him as fat. And that can help us understand, well, this hippo needs to eat a lot so he can keep himself healthy. Now let's take a look at this page. We're going to learn about this animal here. If you don't know what this animal is, we can read the text. Some animals hunt and eat other animals. First, this big cat runs fast to catch its meal. Then it will use its claws and teeth to eat. Well, here we see that this big cat, this is a picture of him running fast. And you can even see his big claws that they're talking about. Over here it says frogs and toads seek insects and snails to eat. A big frog goes after mice too. But frogs and toads have no teeth, so they must gulp down their meal. In the text, it tells me what the frog eats, but it doesn't tell me how it gets its food. If we look at the photograph, what do you notice about how the frog gets its food? Yeah, it's using its tongue to get its food. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about main idea and key details. So the main idea is what the selection is mostly about. We might not know fully what the story is about, but we can use key details to help us figure out what the main idea is. Down here it says some big animals, such as hippos, eat plants. Well, right away we learn that hippos eat plants. So we have one key detail to help us. We should find two more details from the story though, and that might help us determine what the main idea of the story is. If we go back here, let's see what we can learn on page 61. Some small animals eat plants too. A squirrel eats lots of seeds or loads of plant seeds. They like nuts and grains. A squirrel can smell a nut and find it even in the snow. So on this page, we learned, what do squirrels like to eat? They like to eat seeds. So we'll go ahead and we'll add that idea under our details. So our next detail is squirrels forgot the U. Squirrels eat seeds. Okay, so far we have hippos eat plants and squirrels eat seeds. Let's see what else we can learn. Frogs and toads seek insects and snails to eat. Okay, so what do frogs and toads eat? They eat insects and snails. They can also eat mice. So again, we learned what those animals eat. So I'm going to go ahead and add that idea. Frogs and toads eat snails, bugs, and mice. Mice. Okay, let's read our details and maybe we can determine what the main idea of the story is. So we have hippos eat plants, squirrels eat seeds, frogs and toads eat snails, bugs, and mice. Do all these animals eat the same thing? They don't. But this story, it focuses on what animals eat. So that's what we're going to write here. The main idea is animals in the wild eat the same thing or different things. In the wild, they eat different things. So they eat many different things in the wild. Hey, great job. And of course, we can always go back and check. So we think our main idea is that animals in the wild, they eat different things. And we can see the hippos eat plants, squirrels eat seeds as a detail, and our other detail was frogs and toads will eat snails, bugs, and mice. And that's examples that support our main idea. As you read, think about what the story is trying to teach you about.